Good morning, students. Today we are going to start a new chapter, that is transportation in plants. Okay. So in this chapter we mainly discuss about different types of transportation mechanisms. We know very well plant. This is a plant. Okay. So here different organs in plants carry out different functions. Okay. Suppose for example root is there. What is the function of root? Root absorbs water and water dissolve minerals. And also here in leaves, the main function of leaf is to synthesize food material through photosynthesis process. So all these materials, suppose roots absorbs water, this water has to be transported to all other parts of the plant, whether it is leaf, branch, stem, okay, flower, fruit, whatever it is. So all remaining organs, they need water. So water has to transport from the absorptive surface or absorptive organs from roots to all other parts. In the similar way, the food which is synthesized in the leaves of plant has to be transported to every organ, every tissue or every cell in the plant. Why? Because every plant cell or tissue needs some energy to carry out its function. So this food has to be transported all over the body of the plant. So the main question is how water transportation takes place from roots to shoot or all other parts. How this food material which is synthesized in the root, in the leaf, is transported to all other parts, even to the roots. They are present in the very deep inside the soil. So these are all different types of transportation process. Not only water and food, there are some substance in plants. They also need to be transported to the various distance, like plant growth substance, plant hormones. These plant hormones, they carry out different functions, different important functions. They have to be transported to different organs. So all these different types of transportation process we are going to discuss in this chapter. Okay, hope you understood. First, means of transport. The first type of transportation mechanism is diffusion. So what is diffusion? Diffusion is a type of transportation which is responsible for the small distance transport. So here this diffusion is responsible for the transportation of substance within the cell from one region to another region, or from one cell to another cell, or from intercellular space to the outside of the outside. So just now in the previous class we have seen the transportation of or exchange of gases. We know very well plants take carbon dioxide and releases oxygen. For the diffusion of these gases, for the transportation of these gases, diffusion is very important. So diffusion is very important for the small scale transportation process, like within the cell or from one cell to another cell, or from intercellular space to outside environment. Okay, let's see what is the diffusion. So diffusion is occur diffusion is responsible for the transportation of liquids, solids and gaseous. It occurs in all the three types of matters. Okay. So it is, first of all, it is slow process. Slow process. Okay. And it is responsible for the small distance. Okay, small distance, and energy is not required for the diffusion. Energy is not required for the diffusion. And diffusion always takes place from high concentration region to lower concentration region. For example, if you spray a perfume bottle at the corner of a room, after some time you will observe the same at the other corner. So what happens? Now the gaseous molecules, whatever molecules which are present at the point of spray is transported to the other part, okay, other corner of the room. So diffusion always takes place from high concentration region to low concentration region. For this, energy is not required, any biological system is not required, and we cannot inhibit by using any inhibitors. So all these are different types of characteristic features of diffusion. Diffusion is responsible for the small scale transport, okay, that is within the cell from one region to another region, or from one cell to another cell, or from intercellular space to outside environment. So this is mainly responsible for the exchange of gases in plants. Okay, diffusion is very, very important, and it is slow process. Okay, so this is all about diffusion. Okay, diffusion does not require any biological system. Okay, it occurs outside biological system also. Okay, so diffusion, if you write a definition of diffusion, transportation of substance, transportation of substance from high concentration region to low concentration region. Low concentration region is called diffusion. So diffusion includes all types of materials. Okay, solids, gases, liquids. In all these types of substances, diffusion takes place. Okay, is it clear? Now we will discuss another type of transportation process, that is facilitated diffusion. So here facilitated diffusion means it is also diffusion, but this diffusion is facilitated by something, that is helped by the something. Okay, so let's see, this is a cell. So any molecule which has to be transported inside the cell, it should dissolve in the membrane. We know very well, cell membrane contain two types of components. First one is proteins and second one is lipids. So lipids form bilayer. So any molecule which has to be transported inside the cell has to be dissolved in the lipids. Okay, then only it can be transferred. So otherwise it cannot transport. So the molecule which are hydrophilic, that means they love water, they cannot find that they cannot transport inside the cell. They find it difficult to transport inside the cell. So for the transportation of these hydrophilic molecule, cell membrane contains some specific proteins. These proteins are called transporters. Transporters. So now these transporters, they help or facilitate the diffusion of the molecule. Diffusion of the molecule. For this facilitated diffusion also, concentration gradient is very important. Facilitated diffusion always takes place from high concentration region to low concentration region, just like diffusion process. But here there is only one thing is extra, that is transporters. So this facilitated diffusion takes place through transporters. So here from high concentration region to low concentration region. So here only transporters helps in the diffusion process. Here energy is not required. Energy is not required in the form of ATP, but inhibitors inhibit this process. Inhibitors inhibits this process by binding with the side chains of the proteins of the transporters. When you add inhibitor, these inhibitors will go and bind with the side chain of the proteins and it inhibits the transporters, so that transporters no more transport any molecule from high concentration region to low concentration region, which does not require any energy, but the concentration gradient is very important. Okay, so this is facilitated diffusion. This facilitated diffusion is three types. First one is symporter, antiporter, and third one is uniporter. Suppose for example this is a membrane. Okay, symporter is a transport protein which transport two molecules at the same time, but at the same time in the same direction. The symporter is a transporter protein which transport two types of molecules or substance in a similar direction. That is called symporter. What is antiporter? Antiporter transports two types of molecules at the same time, but in opposite direction. One will be transported inside the cell. Suppose for example this is inside the cell, and this is outside cell. Okay, so this antiporter transport from outside to inside one molecule and another molecule from inside to outside. So anti means opposite. So now last one is uniporter. Uniporter transport molecules or substance independent of other molecule. That means it can transport only one substance, one molecule at a time. That is uniporter.